Hey, what's up, guys? George here with Sideways Toast, and today I'm going to bring you episode 8 of Drifting Stop. Today I'm in the Mercedes SLS AMG. It has a 571 horsepower, 6.2 liter V8. It produces 479 pound-feet of torque, and it weighs about 3,500 pounds. So it's pretty heavy, but it does have a decent amount of power, which I really did like. I like the heavier cars, not extremely heavy because the wheels won't spin when you're drifting, but you give it a little more weight to throw through the corner, and it really helps you carry through, and it kind of helps you at the line you want, but it can also act against you and just carry, that was just me, but sometimes it will the weight will be going one way, and you want to try and go the other way, and you just can't change the line it's on. With the heavier horsepower cars, you just have less control, I think. I really did like this car. You see on some of these corners, I'm in third gear on this corner, which was pretty cool. It's not like it's struggling in third gear. The wheels are lighting up in third gear, which is pretty cool. That was just me. I don't even know. I just crashed a lot there. This car did take a while to get used to. I've been drifting lower horsepower cars lately because I think I like the lower horsepower cars. If I'm going maybe 350, 400 horsepower, 240, and then I hop into a 1,000 horsepower Mustang, I don't know. It makes me a lot better. I think it makes me better. I just hop in the Mustang and I'm just drifting everywhere with not stressful at all. It's just sideways everywhere. I don't know. I don't know. That's off topic. I really did like this car. I don't think I would build one. It's not really. I prefer to build cars that start out with lower horsepower. I really like building. I have many 240s that I've built. Many lower horsepower cars like that. I really just like building them up because this is pretty much just it already has 570 horsepower. So there's not much really to change, because just more power is not necessarily it. And I guess you could tune it, but I just don't tune cars. I sometimes I'll loosen suspension, a camber, the toe, but besides that, the gearing and stuff like that, I really just don't mess with it because it usually just makes it worse. So I usually I do some tunes. Sometimes I get tunes off the storefront, not usually, because those tunes are they're made for someone else. I don't necessarily drive like someone else drives. I don't like my cars like other people like their cars. So sometimes other tunes in the storefront just aren't, I don't like them because they're not really tuned for me. It's tuned for someone else's likings, which I guess is okay, but if I'm gonna get a tune, I think I want to learn how to tune cars. I think that's one of my goals. Figure out what the heck everything does. If everyone knows, one question I do have is the differential. Does anyone have any clue what the different differential settings do? I have no clue. Someone could tell me. That'd be pretty cool. So if I were to build this car, I'd probably go for a lighter car. It's it does help you carry through the corners, but it's just you don't have much control. You do have some control, but not as much as you would like. It just weighs so much. 3,500, almost 3,600 pounds. It's a heavy car. So I'd probably go for the weight reduction. Maybe not the race. Maybe just the sport, because I do like having a little weight, and maybe a little bit more power and some street tires, and I would probably be a decent drift car for me. I wouldn't really build this drift car. A lot of these cars I'm just drifting them stock because a lot of these cars I kind of like them stock. There's not really anything I could do to it because, I don't like it that much, so I would build one because I'm not really, a Mercedes guy. I like them, but it's not my thing. So, if you guys can tell me what I stink at, such as drifting, which I know I'm not the best at drifting, but I'm trying to get better. If you're going to tell me I suck at it, tell me why. Oh, you're hitting the e-brake too much. That's another thing. Usually with the lower horsepower cars, you find you're on the e-brake and the clutch a lot, trying to stay through the corner. You might be I think I might have, here I'm in second gear. I really should have been in third gear for most of this section. It's just because second gear doesn't let you get enough speed, and you just can't carry through. On some of them you can't get the right speed in, but in some cars with lower horsepower, you find your clutch kicking, or they're heavier. You're clutch kicking and hitting the e-brake a lot, which I guess is okay, but I prefer cars where I can just pretty much control where it's going with my throttle control and just the counter steer. I don't mind doing the e-brake, but I think I prefer cars that you can control it with the throttle. Because usually cars you have to e-brake a lot. not really, not really, that's not my style. Like, I do it. It helps me with lower horsepower cars, but yeah. So, if you guys have any suggestions for cars I should do on drifting stock in the future, I would love to hear them in the comments. If you are going to leave a suggestion, make sure it's a rear-wheel drive car. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for future uploads.